Hey everybody, I'm Ben Yee.
I'm Elissa Stein, and we just had our primaries.
We did. I hope you voted.
I hope you voted too. I did too. In fact, I was going to ask you before we even start.
Oh. Go ahead.
Answer. Yeah. How did we do this year in terms of how many people showed up to vote in the primaries?
Oh wow, so well actually.
Yay to all of us.
So in the last gubernatorial election, which was 2014, yes, something like 400 or 500,000 people showed up. 444,000, I think, was like the number I saw. And this year, something like 1.5 million showed up. So tripled the number.
I mean, still, when you think about how many Democrats there are in New York State, paltry number,
yes,
but far more people. Because you know what? I was thinking, I never voted in a primary before 2016.
Really?
Wasn't even really on my radar. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, probably.
I was one of those people who didn't know I'll never miss a primary again. And this was thrilling. It was so exciting to have followed these different candidates in their races.
And a lot of stuff changed. Like there was real change when people vote.
There was real change. And so,
not statewide, but...
Not statewide, but, well, no, statewide. The one thing we wanted to talk about first was the IDC,
yes,
the Independent Democratic Conference, those 8 rogue Democratic senators who caucused with Republicans. And now, after the primaries,
yes,
6 out of 8 are out of a job.
That's very true.
Which is all, I think, or in super large part, due to the activists.
Oh, no
and
doubt.
The protesters.
No doubt.
Who out there, you know, most people had never heard of the IDC, who'd been around for 7 years.
Yes.
And now it was kind of common knowledge. People knew about it. People are protesting. It was really fierce grassroots activism that made this major change happen.
It really was, and you know, it's just very impressive to see that activism really paid off. You really can make a difference.
Yeah,
and when
worked.
people vote, it does change things.
It worked. So now we have 6 new people coming in.
In the state senate, yeah.
And be in the state senate. Well, they're going to be in the election.
Right,
November.
so don't forget to vote in November.
So yeah. So first of all, we're not done voting. We still have 2 months of campaigning.
The IDC candidates have not conceded for the most part, so it's likely that they will be running on other ballot lines.
That I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, so now you know.
Okay,
so
so
we're
now,
likely to have contested elections again between the IDC challengers and the IDC. But at least this time, if they get elected, they won't be Democrats. But they would still caucus with the Republicans. They get the same sort of deal.
Right. So so IDC protesters, your jobs aren't done yet.
Actually, we're not done by a long shot. Even though 6 of the 8 are out of office, the power balance in the state senate hasn't changed at all.
Right.
In order to change the balance of the Senate, you need to eliminate the IDC, which is done. The 2 remaining members probably won't go off and caucus with the Republicans by themselves. And Jeff Klein, the leader of the whole deal, was taken out by Alessandra Biaggi, which is incredible, fantastic.
It really was. That was politics as moments of thrilling drama. It really was this year.
Indeed. But so the one other person who hands power to Republicans is Simcha Felder, who won his primary for the Democratic line. He's not technically IDC because he also runs on the Republican line. Right. So he's technically both Democrat and Republican.
Right.
But he just sort of hangs out with the Republicans and ignores the Democrat part. Right. So Blake Morris lost to Simcha.
Was it a close race?
Depends how you look at it. Some people would say Blake did significantly better than anybody would have thought possible. It was 60-40.
Okay.
So there's definitely an opening to take on Simcha in the next election. He'll probably get a primary again. Yeah.
That's great. So let me ask you a question. So now the power balance hasn't changed.
Correct.
Are there openings in November where we could really change the state senate to being Democratic?
Absolutely.
Like straight out, not worrying about Simcha Felder, throw him in a box somewhere because now we'll have enough without having to worry about courting him.
There definitely are. One of the things that's been happening across the country is Republicans are retiring, and New York State is no different. There are 5 incumbent Republicans leaving their seats this year. And this is incredibly important. They're Republican districts, so they lean Republican, but the fact that they chose to do it this year has some real implications. Mainly, first, we've got the potential blue wave, so we'll see increased Democratic turnout. And the second piece is that redistricting is coming up.
Right.
And so that they're leaving now, they could have tried to hold on, and probably successfully would have held on as incumbents, until after redistricting is over. But if they leave now, It opens the door to fairer districting in New York without gerrymandering,
Amazing, right.
which would essentially eliminate the
The
GOP,
Republican stronghold.
permanently. Because upstate New York is not actually Republican, it's just the lines are drawn that way.
Well, that's thrilling. So our work is cut out for us
Yes.
over the next couple of months, because if we have seats that we can flip and make this,
We only
state
need
blue-
one. Unless the other two IDC members continue to caucus with the
Right.
Republicans, but very unlikely. So technically we only need one Republican
So
seat.
canvassers, phone bankers.
Don't forget to be active now. Primaries were great. IDC is dead.
Right, but this is even more important because this is going to set the stage going forward.
Yeah, if we don't win control of the state Senate, if we do all this and we don't win control of the state Senate, it's going to be really,
Frustrating.
yeah, that's a good word for
All
it.
right, on that note, let's leave people with an inspiring note.
If you do
Volunteer.
stuff, things will change.
Yeah, this is a really, I remember talking about this with you months ago, and you were like, about if all this activism would do anything. Look what it did. Continue to do it. And people who haven't done it yet, phone bank, canvas, get involved, volunteer, knock on doors, talk to people. It makes a difference.
It does.
It does. Okay.
Laters.
See ya.
Hey, if you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to share, like, and comment on these videos.
The more people that hear what we have to say, perhaps the more they'll get involved. So thank you so much from us to you and all our new followers.
Thanks for watching.